Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, hello, my name is Sam and it is lovely to meet you. If you're not new around here, welcome back. So if you haven't already guessed by today's thumbnail, I am going to be answering your questions. So I asked over on my Instagram, I did ask on my community tab. If you missed it, I do apologise. What questions you want me to answer, and a lot of people got back to me. So today we're going to be sitting answering those, putting on some more makeup. I'm going to use the Nomad palette again. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then don't forget to stick around, hit like, hit subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you don't miss any of my future uploads. I think I will start out with my eyes today, just because I kind of base like a lot of products like blush and stuff and highlighter around what I have on my eyes. So I do preferably always do my eyes first. I'm just going to go in with some concealer because I cannot find my P&Louise. So yeah, that's just another issue, and I'm having to use like products that are a bit dirty. They are clean, they're just a bit dirty. It's because I've packed everything. This is my last pre-filmed video that needs to go up. I need to move my mirror because I don't normally have it. I normally have it that side, and I've got it that side today, and it's really throwing me off. But yeah, I was really interested to answer some of these questions. Some of them are a little bit random. But no, I'm going to be answering one of Holly's first. Well, she only asked me one. If you're new around here, Holly is my eldest daughter. And so I thought I would start out with her question and move my mirror, and let's dive into it. Everything will be linked and listed down below as well if you're interested, because I won't really talk so much. I'll probably tell you what I'm using. See, we're starting with this, and I want to do maybe a greeny eyeshadow look. I did think about doing more of a cool tone, but I don't know if there's enough shades in here to create a cool toned look. I feel like it could have done with maybe like a lighter grey or something. I feel like you only really have one grey. But I'm going to start out with the deepest shade. I'm going to start out with Honking Hippos when I can find my brush. And I have cleaned all of my brushes. They're all laid out in front of me. I'm so on a roll today. Okay, so Holly's question was, what makeup brand do I own the most of? That was actually a really easy one, so thanks, Hol. That I own the most of Pat McGrath. Yeah, so I own her Mothership, well, not all of her Motherships, but I own Motherships, and I own smaller palettes, Christmas collections, blush palette. Okay, that is more of a grey. Okay, never mind. Blush palettes, bronzers. Yeah, I own quite a lot from the brands, and I don't really own, I own the under eye setting powder, but I don't own like foundation, or what else don't I own? I own lip products as well. What else don't I own? I don't own foundation, I don't own concealer or mascara. So if you are a Pat McGrath fan, let me know down in the comments if you think that I'm missing out, because sometimes she does that foundation like Black Friday, close to Black Friday. I think last year it was like 20 quid. Like, it was so good. And she's actually doing at the moment a 30% sale, which I was actually speaking to like another YouTuber about, and I said this is going to be the build up to her Mothership. Like, she always puts a sale on when she is about to launch another product. So, and it's coming soon, isn't it? Like July time she normally releases her Mothership, so that will be coming out soon, and you best believe I think I'm gonna buy it. Obviously, I'm actually doing like really well at the moment in like not actually purchasing, like nothing's really speaking to me. I don't know what it is. I'm going through, I have these phases. I'm just going through a phase, and I see a lot of products that I like, and then I'm just like, I don't want it. I don't need it. I just don't want it. And I think I'm losing my touch a little bit. So yeah, but going back to the question, definitely Pat McGrath. I'll just choke, guys. Don't try and save me. Right, I'm gonna go in with like I think I'm gonna go in with Vembura Pines. Can't really pronounce any of these. What do you own the most of? If you want me to like link these questions, not link them, sorry, add them into the description box, like let me know, and I'll always do that like for you. But yeah, I really do enjoy like these types of videos, and I was actually featured on Angelica Neekfist's video the other week. I'm not bragging, celebrity over here, but yeah, I was. She answered one of my questions. I cannot remember what it was though. What did she answer? I think it was, if YouTube finished tomorrow, like what would you do? And she actually answered it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm famous. So that was really interesting. Going back to the questions. Okay, so I had somebody say like worst brand and worst customer service, so I kind of linked those two together, and believe me, these people knew what they were asking me, and they just wanted me to come on here and slash the brand. I think I already have quite a few times, so I don't know if I'll go like full into detail, or I might. So obviously I purchased 2 pallets from a collection last year. Was it last year or was it the start of this year? It was last year, I'm sure it was. I can't remember. So I purchased these 2 pallets and I was stoked. I had already been told by several people that their shipping was literally horrendous, and it was like the more that you added to your basket, like the shipping went up. I buy a lot of products from America mainly, so I know that shipping is horrendous, and I know that some companies are even worse, and this is one of the worst ones I think I'd ever come across. But yeah, it was nostalgia because it was like a collab, and I was like, I really love the program that it was they collabed with. So I was like, it's fine, I'll get the 2 pallets, but I won't get anything else. So I purchased them. Then they took forever to ship, you know, so I waited and waited and waited. And then I had obviously my dispatch email. They arrived in the UK, yada yada yada, and it was, if you live in the UK, it was Parcel Force. Parcel Force were delivering my parcel. I don't really have Parcel Force. Normally it's Every, which used to be Hermes, or DPD. I've had DHL when I order from Pat McGrath. But yeah, so okay, Parcel Force, great. So I got back, I think I was out at the time, got back and there was like a card in my porch, and saying that they'd attempted to deliver my package. I wasn't in, and they'd taken it to a post office. So okay, they told me where the post office was. This is quite late on an evening, so I said to my boyfriend, I says, just pop round. I says, if they're in the area, they do say the next working day, but surely if they're in the area, it's taken straight to there, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So they're not going to come back, drive all the way back over here to then give it to them the next day. So I said, just go and see what they say. If I haven't got it, like, it's no big deal, we'll just go tomorrow. So Joe went, and they didn't have it. They were like, no, normally it is like tomorrow it will come. I was like, that's fine. We were just checking. So Joel went the next day. Still wasn't there. And this continued for a week. Like, we were literally going back and forth to the post office. I was calling them. And then I called and I actually spoke to a female. And she said, I think I took that package. I will have a look for you. And bless her, she went through everything. Like, I don't think the person before had done it, but she went through everything that they had there at the parcel shop, and she was like, I am so sorry, it's not here. I'm pretty sure that I took it off somebody, so either myself or another worker has unfortunately given your parcel to someone else. I was gutted because I'd already had to wait so long, like anybody would be, you know. They couldn't apologise enough. I was like, okay, so I contacted Parcel Force, and they were like, unfortunately, it's out of our hands. You should have been covered by protection from the brand. You will have to contact them. I said, that's absolutely fine. So I wrote down everything, I collected all my data that I would have needed. And then I messaged the brand to be ignored. basically I was ignored. And anyway, cut a long story short, they basically weren't going to refund me. They told me that I had to contact, is it USPS, their delivery company in America? I can't remember. I had to contact them. Now, bearing in mind, they had tracked, or tried to track, my parcel. So they knew I was from the UK, and then they wanted me to contact an American company. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And I cited them. So I was like, it's fine. You know what, I thought, whatever. So I actually went through my bank, and like I got all the emails. My bank in the end they didn't want all the proof, but I said it's fine. I said, because I've got all the proof. If you need it, I've got it. And they were like, that's brilliant. We don't normally ask for it, but if ever like we do, we will, we'll obviously need it. And I said, that's absolutely fine. I have it. So my bank says it could take up to, I think it was like 2 weeks to get my money back, and within 3 hours I was refunded. So I thank my bank for that. That was amazing. And that's the kind of customer service that you want. I think they could see that I was genuine, I wasn't lying, I hadn't received the pallet, so I got all my proof if they needed it. So yeah, I think they could see like, okay, she's genuinely been done over now. So yeah, that was that, and I don't think I spoke to the brand after that. I don't think they ever contacted me back. And then a few months later, I had a letter come through the post off my bank, and the company had tried to take money out. Bearing in mind, this was like 2-3 months after, had tried to take money out of my bank to pay for the pallets that I'd never received. So they basically tried to steal from me, but my bank saw the name come up and stopped it instantly. They knew, obviously, and I thought, again, amazing. So they instantly stopped it, and they wouldn't let them purchase. So I slated them, calling them thieves and everything. I really don't care. All over my Instagram, because that is what they are. They knew what they had done. And then they actually private messaged me, and they were like, it's something that's done electronically. Why would you be doing something electronically 2 or 3 months after? Why would you were trying to get money out of my bank for a product I'd never received. And I was just like, that is disgusting. That is how desperate you are for money, that you will literally go through everything and try and take money out of my... Honestly, there are no words have I ever experienced anything like that, or ever want to experience anything like that ever again. It was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. And of course I'm going to name and shame the brand, because I think that they should be. It was Glamlight. It was Glamlight. It was the Scooby-Doo pallets that I tried to purchase that never arrived. And you know what? They have come out with some really interesting colour stories. They came out with the Barbie palette. They obviously came out recently with another Scooby-Doo palette. And I own one palette from them, but I actually bought it off a UK company. But I don't use that palette. I would never use that palette. I would possibly sell that palette, to be quite honest, because if I do a declutter, that palette will go. And it is the small Michaela Part 2. It's like the smaller one that she did. I'm not a huge Michaela fan from what she did. I don't really have the time all day for people like that. And Glamlight can literally suck dick, basically. Right, so for shimmer, I'm loving these mats. I love Nomad. For shimmer, I think I'm gonna go in with Mighty Buffaloes and Nile Crocodile or Keystone Termites. I'm not really too sure, to be quite honest. I'm just gonna pick it up on a Refa 21. So yeah, in no way, shape or form is my worst customer service basically trying to say to you, don't purchase from this brand, they are absolutely shit. Don't. No, I'm joking. Because you know, people still enjoy them, but like, just be aware. Like, always, and you can say that about any single brand. Like, people have bad customer service. Not everybody can be asked to give you the time of day. If you've had, like, in my job, like, I could probably be told that my customer service is shit, but that could just be one telephone call out of like hundreds. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, just be wary, and you know, hopefully speak to people with respect, and hopefully they will do the same. You know, just be very, very wary. I mean, even I'm in a Patreon group, and like the owner, I don't know what she is, like the Patreon, is that what they call them? No, she had some bad customer service, and I think she called them out over Instagram, and they've now restricted her to her comments. She can comment, but nobody can see it. Like, on her, that's how bad they are. That's how childish they are. But yeah, I know that, like, there's good and bad in everything, but I mean, stealing from me, that's just, you're never going to come back from that, unfortunately. I'm going to flip my brush over and go into Nile Crocodile, I think. This is one of those, like, swirly shades, so I know people have been struggling with these. I haven't put anything down today because, well, I just couldn't be bothered, to be quite honest. And I'm going through that at the moment, where I'm just not into, like, keep putting NYX glitter glue down and stuff all the while, because yeah, it holds my shadows on for like a really long, nice time, but it doesn't, it makes them look a little like thick sometimes, I guess, and like they cling to the glue in places. Just gonna finish that off, then we'll get into the next question. For primers today as well, I'm using my Cocoa Gold Perfecting Primer from the Beauty Crop, and I'm gonna use the Ekin-Su from Be Perfect. Everyone has been trying to get their hands on this. I have mine in the shade 01 Light, and that's one of the shades that just is not in stock, like, ever. I think it's just, but look at the glow. Look at the glow of that. It's absolutely beautiful, so lightweight. I haven't taken it on a holiday, and I'm kind of thinking, oh my god, should I have taken this on holiday? But yeah, you can look, if you go in with too much, you can look a little bit like a Tin Man. So yeah, you just need to use it sparingly. I'm rubbing it in my hands today because I am going over the top with a foundation, but I used it yesterday with a brush and it just looked super, super nice. Next question. The best purchase of 2023. This was really difficult because I feel like I've bought quite a few good things this year. I've also bought some shit things, but I don't know, like, the best thing that I've bought this year. Okay, I don't want to say a palette because I'd rather say like a product. Can I choose two? Can I cheat? I'm gonna say two, but they're from the same brands. Okay. One is a little bit more of a favourite. I'm actually testing like one of the new ones in this video today, and it's products from, if I can not stop dropping everything, Jordana Tisha. Like, honestly, I don't think I've loved anything as much. This is the powder. I do have the shade Half Baked, which I'm going to use today, and I have the shade Flossy, which is packed. But yeah, I've just been I've been loving this powder. I really have. You don't need a lot of it. I'm using my Lancome today, by the way. You don't need a lot of it. It's really, honestly, it's so nice, and my under eyes don't crease. Bad anyway. My under eyes still crease because they're old. But yeah, I really, really like that powder, and I just think that they're such good value for money. Like, you get loose powder and a setting powder, like a setting bright powder, or for like 30 quid. You actually get like 20 gram of loose and 9 gram of pressed, and to me that's just like such good value for money. But I would say if I had to pick out of the two, it would be these. These were my first ever purchase from the brand. I don't know if I'd heard of the brand before. I think I had heard of the brand, but I don't think I'd ever purchased anything from them. And I own 3 of these now, and I also have one of my friends like sending me out another one, which should be back for when I'm back off holiday. So I'm super excited for that. I think I should have just bought all of the shades, to be honest, but because I'd never tried the brand before, obviously I was skeptical whether I was even going to like them. But again, such good value for money. I think they're excellent for MUAs, but they're also perfect for beginners. They're buildable, blendable. They just, honestly, they blend out so effortlessly. They have such a good variety of shades. This one is the shade Crazy For You, and it looks a little bit crazy, but believe me when I tell you, they're just absolutely so effortless and so beautiful. I have this one, Talking Stage, and it's casual, but they're all packed, so I can't show you. Yeah, so I have those, and my friend is sending me My Darling, and I really want Love Struck, which is like the baby pink, and I didn't think I did, but now that I have all of these, like, I'm just like, yeah, I want all of them. I just reach for them all the time, and like I say, it's so good for beginners, not just because of the buildability and the blendability, just the fact that you get, they're all in one. Like, when I was first starting makeup, I found it really difficult to like match a powder bronzer, a powder blush to a cream blush, and I know some people don't, normally they'll just go over the top with whatever tickles their pickle, but I always kind of wanted it to match in a way, because I just feel like you're going up, what's the point in putting the cream on if you're going to cover it with something that's totally different? And these, they're amazing. I'm going to show you this shade. This is it. It's like a corally orange. It's so beautiful. And this is the blush. The blush is definitely more pigmented, but I don't know if that's just because you're putting it over the top of the powder. Honestly, they are my best products that I've purchased this year. Back in with my Too Faced concealer. I haven't used this in such a long time. I feel like because I've been wearing a little bit of fake tan, this one's a little bit light for me. But yeah, thought I'd dive back into that. Next question. Next question is a stupid question, if I'm being totally honest with you. I'm going to be using, this is the new one, Jordana t-shirt there, cream bronzer, powder bronzer duo. This was also £30. I have mine in the lightest shade, kind of shady, and you get 50 gram of cream product and 9 gram of press. I just think, honestly, it's just so, there are absolutely no words, but I have got to stop dropping it. So yeah, the next question, I don't know if I've already said it, was can I sing? Oh, no. I cannot sing for the life of me, like literally, no. There's just nothing. I can't sing. I've never tried to sing. I used to think I could sing, you know, when you're a kid. But yeah, of course I can sing. Like, I can't sing. I will say about this one, it's like a first impressions. It's a little bit stiff, so I'm gonna rub my finger in it, try and get a little bit more creamy. Because it is there. It just needs. I think it just needs a little bit of a wake up, please, wake up. Yeah, so I can't sing. I mean, if you want me to sing, I mean, I could try. I don't know what I would sing because I don't really know a lot. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint the person that asked me that question. Can you sing? I don't think you can. I don't have you down as a singer, so let me know down in the comments. You don't look like a singer. Sorry. Yeah. No, I can't sing. Okay, so next, moving on. The most expensive makeup purchase, and was it worth it? So this one was really easy. My most expensive makeup purchase was last year's Mothership palette. It was the Moonlit Seduction. It was the first Mothership that I'd ever brought that was like full price. I'd always purchased them in sales, and obviously I'd fell in love. And then when she released them, I was like, yes please, sign me up. So I ended up picking that up. So it was the first ever one that I bought full price on release date. I'd had like the email that sent to me to say it was being released, and I was literally so excited to receive it. I've actually put my mirror away. I was absolutely buzzing. It just felt so nice to be able to get something like that, and yeah, it just felt like really nice. But yeah, I purchased that and it came, and did I love it? Was it worth it? It ranked number one. Out of all of the eyeshadow palettes that I tried last year, Moonlit Seduction came first. So I think that kind of tells you whether it was worth it. I just love it. I absolutely love it, and I really wanted to travel with a Mothership palette for my holidays, but I'd be too scared. Like, they are obviously very, very expensive. But yeah, I do love them. I have a soft spot for them. I cannot wait to see what she comes out with this year. I'm absolutely buzzing to see what she releases this year. But yeah, that was my most expensive product. So worth it. Arttitude claims that these bronzers are not like too warm, like they're orangey, but like not like, you know, like a lumper orange. And I agree, like they're a really nice bronze, because this is what I mean, like, and look just how blendable they are. Now that I've patted out my concealer, I obviously go back in and just make sure everything's nice and blended. And look at that, I mean, look at that side I haven't blended out, and that side's just blended out. It's just so beautiful. I just love their products. If you haven't tried them and you are looking and you like to support small brands, definitely give them a check, because they are, without a doubt, probably one of my favourite brands that I've tried in 2023 so far, like a new brand. They're just no words. I cannot tell you just how much I've been loving their products. For blush, I wanted to use this one. Wait till you see it. I really wanted to try this one. Well, I don't want to try it, I've already tried it, but it's just not going to go with today's eyeshadow look. You see, I don't know. It's because somebody just posted something through my door. I don't know what that was. But it's just not going to go, and I really wanted to use it. Should we just use it anyway, for the sake of the video? No, I do have to go out later. Yeah, let's not. I'm going to take it on holiday with me, so if you follow me on TikTok, I'll be using that again. I'm going to go with my Arttitude shade, just because I feel like orange, green, all that good stuff. Let's move on to the next question. Other hobbies. Okay, so I'm terrible. I have really bad like concentration. It's actually like it's becoming a bit of an issue. So I will like do something for so long, and then I'll just give it up, and I won't do it for like 6 months. Like, this is probably the longest hobby that I've ever stuck to, the most expensive, but the longest. But if I have to be in the mood, I think I've been reading the same book for about 3 months and I still haven't finished it. I will go out and spend like 50 quid on a new Switch game and probably play it like for a week, and then I won't pick it up again for like months. So I'm terrible. I really am bad. Yeah, so I would say I do enjoy my Switch when I have time, when I can be bothered. I do like to sit down and read a good book. I'm taking a book on holiday that's actually called Her Last Holiday. Probably should be reading that, but yeah, so I'm gonna take that on holiday with me. What else do I like to do? I just like to spend money. Like, it could be on absolutely anything. I think that's my hobby. Can you have that as a hobby? Like, spending money? I don't know if you can, but yeah. You know, I don't have a hobby, guys. This is my hobby. Like, this is what I do, what I love to do. I'm going to use my half baked to set my under eyes. Oh, so I like to take the dogs for a walk. I do love to walk, actually. I do really like a nice, good, like, summer stroll. I've lost my spot right in front of my face. Yeah. So I suppose like I like to go out, visit new countries. I love to travel. I would, obviously there's so many places that I want to travel to. It's just, you know, finding the time, the money. So yeah, that's probably the only other hobbies that I have. How is it being a mum to two girls? Hard. There's no other like explanation. It's hard. It's hard being a mum anyway. But it's the most rewarding thing. Like you know, little Ada, she's such a character, and when they're building that character, honestly, it makes me want more kids. I won't be, but yeah, it's rewarding. So although girls obviously are prone to giving you attitude, and I am getting a little bit of that from Holly, I will have to sort that out. But I just think it's amazing, like to have girls, like, and I would have loved a little boy, like, but I don't know, like I just imagine like girls just going up to be your best friend. I don't know whether Holly will, because you know, I still don't think she really likes me that much. But no, it's just nice. I'm glad I have girls. I am. I don't think I would know how to raise a boy. Like, that's my problem. I just wouldn't know how to raise one. Just wouldn't know what to do, wouldn't have a clue. And I think the same would be said for people who just have all boys. This question is one that I've answered quite a lot in a lot of other videos, so I don't want to go into too much detail, but it was how I got into makeup. So if you are new to my channel, I actually had an ectopic pregnancy last January, so like 2022, and I was going through a really depressive mode, and my friend had purchased a foundation, and she was like, oh my god, you have to try it, it looked like it's amazing. And I was like, oh my god, no, it's so expensive, I've never spent that kind of money on a foundation in my life, I will stick to the drugstore, thank you very much. And I didn't. I ended up purchasing it. I ended up treating myself. I'd never purchased anything so expensive in my life, and it was the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush one, and I fell in love. And then what I was doing is I was actually looking at purchasing like quite a few products from her. So I ended up watching YouTube videos, like finding reviews and stuff for her products, and I was like, oh my god, it's like a minefield. Like, there's so much on the internet about makeup. And I just literally like started watching, and it literally became like a big problem. But it helped me out. It helped me through a very difficult time of my life, where I was very depressed. I was off work, and you know, it was a really hard time. But to just sit, I didn't film at all. Like, I didn't start filming until, like, it hasn't even been 12 months yet. I think I started filming last August, and obviously it's only June. So yeah, I just kept purchasing. I just purchased and purchased and purchased, and then obviously the more I started watching videos, the more I got into indie makeup and started purchasing from abroad. So yeah, although it was a difficult time in my life, I found my love of makeup. I found everybody on here, on social media, and I couldn't be more grateful that I have met some amazing people. So something amazing came out of something that was the most horrific and worst time of my entire existence. So yeah, that was how I got into the love of makeup. I just use the bronzer, and my skin's skinning. Another mom one that I got asked was, how do I balance mom life and makeup slash YouTube? So as I said, I didn't get into YouTube till last August. So Ada was May, June, July. She was like 3 months old, and I think she was like napping one of the days, and I was like, fuck it, just fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm quite dedicated. I feel like I know like a fair bit about it. So, you know, I'm not a professional, and I never claimed to be, not even to this day. But I was like, yeah, I feel like I could do it. I could definitely film a video. And I think the same day or a few days later, I joined the Patreon group that I'm still in now. But yeah, like, it is absolutely amazing, and I really do. I love it. I'm so grateful to everyone that I have found on there. But yeah, how do I juggle it? Like, obviously, Ada was sleeping, Holly was at school, so I was lucky to not have like twins or two younger ones, and I like back and forth from school, nursery runs, or you know, childminders and stuff like that. So I was very lucky that I would take Holly to school, and 9 times out of 10 Ada would fall asleep on the way back from the school run. So yeah, she would fall asleep, and that's when I would get my filming done, because she would sleep for like 2 to 3 hours. Because she wasn't very like a good sleeper at night. She got colic, so she would like fight her sleep horrendously. So yeah, so I would get my filming done then, or even if she was having a bad day where she was teething or she was poorly or anything like that, I would film when I had somebody to watch her on a night, or when she went to bed. But that got really tiring. That was really hard. And then I found my love of mom looks. I found my love of quick and easy makeup, and that has definitely inflicted on a lot of videos that I do now, because 9 times out of 10 she's here. She's at her nan's today, so yeah, I'm lucky today. But it's hard. It is really hard. But if you're passionate about it, and you want to do it, and you have time, even if you want to do 1 video a week, okay, if you want to just take yourself away when they're having a nap, when they've gone to bed, find your time. This is my time. This is what I love to do, and it's nice when there's nobody here and nobody inflicts on my time. But even if they're in the background, if they are happily entertaining themselves, you can see them, they're eating, you know, whichever, and you can see them, like, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, don't feel bad if your child is having a whinge in the background, because Ada does. 9 times out of 10 she'll see me here, have a moan, and then she'll go off and do her own little thing again. So don't ever feel like you cannot do it, because you really can. And you'll get into your own routine. Ada still has at least an hour nap, so I will make sure that everything is prepared of a morning, so that when she goes down for that nap, I can film. If I fancy like having myself a little nap, or you know, I've got other stuff to do, I will then I will film while she's here. You know, she's at that age now, she's 1, she's walking about, she can entertain herself, she has loads of toys. I'm right here, right next to her, she's safe. If obviously little one's a lot younger, you know, and they're not so easily entertained, then there's nothing wrong with sitting them in the video with you, next to you, high chair, whichever. If obviously you don't want them to be in the video, if they're a newborn, there is nothing stopping you filming with a little newborn sleeping on you. Get them used to the noise. Honestly, if it is something that you are passionate about, and that's something that you really like, then do it. Just go for it, and then mold yourself into your own routine. That is the only thing I can probably say. That is how I've managed to do it, is just by getting myself into my own routine. I'm using my Jacqueline highlighter today. I haven't used this in such a long time. It's in the shade Sparks. Yeah, that is the only way I've managed to do it, is by just going with the flow, and just, if she's having a bad day, I don't film. When people, you know, you don't get a video, it's tough shit. I'm a mom. People understand that, you know. Just you don't have to do it every day. And as much as I try and stick to a little routine of my own, it just always goes to shit, to be quite honest. It never goes to plan. I think last week I only filmed like 2 videos, because I was just so busy, like packing and getting everything ready, and you know, it was just such a busy week. So yeah, not every week is going to be the same. Don't think because there are people on there that are constantly uploading 4 to 5 to 6 videos every single week that you have to match that. You know, you don't have to. You can film 1 video a week if that's what you're comfortable with. If you're not in it for like the numbers, you know, you're not in it for, you know, getting the likes, you know, you're in it because you love it, like I am, then it won't matter how many times a week you film. It won't matter when you do it, because you'll people will find your channel, people will fall in love with your content, and you'll build it. It will just take a little bit longer. And yeah, that's the only advice I think I can do. As for getting ready of a morning, I'm quite lucky that if I do have to get ready, as I said, she will entertain herself. Either her sister's here or her dad's here, you know, and they will just like let me get ready. So I'm very, very lucky. If you are unfortunate and you don't have that, and you're very much, your kids are very much needing your attention, then that's fine. You know, there's no right, there's no wrong. Do it when you have 5 minutes, and always stick to quick and easy makeup, and make sure that you're following me, because I do that a lot. If I had to get another animal, what would it be? And I can't choose a dog. That is rude. What would I get? You know, when I was younger, I always wanted like a chinchilla. I'm going to be testing out these Luna Beauty lip products today. I did test the lip liner and the shade Icon yesterday, so I'm going to use the shade Milk Tea, and my lip liner's in Milk Tea. What would I get? Yeah, I always wanted a chinchilla when I was younger. I'd want something that can kind of look after itself, that doesn't really need my attention. Maybe like a fish. You know, half the time I've had fish and they've just died, so clearly I'm not meant to be a fish mom. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't have a cat. One, because I'm allergic, and two, because I don't like them. I can't stand birds. I think they're scary. I don't like reptiles. I have a rabbit, so I mean, even those are high maintenance. I think this is actually a hard question. Oh god, this is gonna take some thinking. Can't say dog. I don't like hamsters or anything like that. I think they scare me a little bit. Okay, I'm really struggling to think what animal I would get. What would I get? What would I get? Okay, if I had the room and it was legal to have this animal in my house, I would have a penguin. I would have to say a penguin, because I can't think, all other animals are boring, and I just think I would love to set up like a little penguin sanctuary. My garden is huge. I think I could do it. I could be like the safari park and just have like little penguins all running around. My dogs would love it. Yeah. Penguin, that's what I have. Show you the shade Icon. Did I say they were from Luna Beauty? I think I did. This parcel actually got lost, and so they sent me a new one. And you just push this button here and it pops out. How cool is that? There's not a lot of weight to the product. This is the shade Icon. Can you see all the detail, like the little moons and stars and stuff? So cute. But yeah, I used that one yesterday, so we're going to use the other one today. These are like a satin lipstick as well, so once they've been like a little bit warmed up, you'll get like that glossy look. Tea or coffee, don't like either, sorry, hate them, hate hot drinks, don't like them. Money or love, always love, every single time. Oh, that's good. Yeah, just, you can't buy love, and this is the shade, what did I say, Milk Tea. My lips are so dry today. Dream job. Now I was actually looking forward to answering this one, but now I feel like people might think I'm a bit weird. Okay, so let's warm it up a little bit on my hands. It feels a little bit dry. That's the colour of it. How stunning is that? This is my Wee Cherie, which is really dripping everywhere, and I put my Jacqueline as the inner corner highlight. So yeah, my dream job, this is going to be weird. Okay, it's going to be really weird, and I don't want to sound horrible if this has happened to anybody on my channel. Like, my heart and my sympathy and everything goes out to you. This is just a profession that I think I would be really good at. I would love to help these people. I've been a carer, I've worked in a GP receptionist, so I've kind of seen it from all angles, I guess. but I would love to work with women and children that had been abused, not just sexually, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of it, to be quite honest. And I know that sounds bad to say that I wouldn't not work with men. It's just me personally, I've always had, like, you know, the want to work with these people, and I don't know what sort of nurse it would be. Is it like a mental health nurse? I don't really know, but just to support them, get them back up on their feet, get them back to living the life that they really, really deserve. I just think that I could do it. I think I could, and I think I'd be good at it. I think I'd be really helpful in supporting them, and I know that's not everybody's dream job and what people really want to do, and I know that's probably a little bit of a strange one. But yeah, that is something I've wanted to do for years. And working as a GP receptionist, you know, you do have some horrific, horrible, awful telephone calls come through, and I feel like I have the compassion. I can be sarcastic, I know I can, and I can be a bitch, but I just feel like I feel like I'd be so good at it, and I would just want to help in any way, shape or form. And I know there's a lot of jobs out there that can be helpful, but I would just want to. And if ever you have gone through it, just know that you are not alone. If you are struggling to come forward to speak to somebody, you know, do it. I know that you probably won't want to speak to me, but my DMs are literally always open to anybody who wants to message me. You don't have to come forward to me, like, obviously, but you know, if you ever have experienced it and you're just having a tough time and stuff like that, and I imagine it is a lifelong process that you have to deal with, but yeah, I'm always open and I will always listen. And yeah, your secrets are, you know, I won't, obviously, unless you were in danger, I wouldn't obviously digress anything, but I would always talk to you. And it doesn't have to obviously be me, I'm a total stranger. Sometimes that's better to talk to a total stranger, but just speak to somebody. And if I can get that message out across enough today, just to go out and speak to somebody, as hard as you feel that it is, you will feel that a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. So that is my dream job. I have to really finish this video up now because it's actually going on for such a long time. I've banged on enough. I'm going to go in with the shade Morami Game Reserve, no clue, for my lower lash line. And we're going to go into some of my last questions now. What brand would I love to receive PR from? That is, again, another easy one. I'm using the eyeshadow palette right now. The brand I would love to receive PR from is Nomad Cosmetics. I just absolutely love them. I think they're absolutely fantastic. I think their customer service is amazing. I think what they do, I just think they're amazing people. Yeah, I just absolutely love Nomad Cosmetics. So that would be the brand that I would want to receive PR from. My favourite YouTubers to watch, I think that Kerry asked me this, and I'm guessing she wants me to say her. So yeah, of course, Kerry. Let's find my mascara. Makeup brands, please stop putting so much fucking plastic on, because I cannot fucking open it and it's very fucking annoying. YouTubers, Brittany Ray, absolutely love her. I think she's amazing. I just think she's incredible. Such a lovely little sweetheart. I absolutely love her. She's a recent mum. She's already a mum, but she's just had a newborn, and I just think she's incredible. Speak to her a lot on Instagram as well. I love Angelica Nyqvist. I love the OG Self, you know, I love her. Who else do I watch a lot of? I like Heather Austin. I like watching Manny. There are so many. There are actually so many that I like to watch, that I just, there are some that I know don't do YouTube, that need to do YouTube, and you know who you are. I'm not gonna name you, but hurry up, Susie. So yeah. Yeah, those are my favourite YouTubers. I love this mascara, guys. I have had a lash lift, so My lashes are looking a little bit long, but this mascara is absolutely insane. I'm going to answer one more question and then we're going to be done. Last question that I'm going to answer is, if I could only ever use one makeup brand for the rest of my life, what would it be? Now, I'd be clever with this one, because I would want a obviously I love so many makeup brands, but I would want a makeup brand that could give me everything, you know, that it could give me literally from my primer to my mascara, and eyeshadow included. So I think, and even a little bit of skincare thrown in there, I think I would have to choose Pat McGrath. I just think that she could give me everything that I need. You know, I've already tried so many of her products and fell in love with them. So yeah, I just think she could give me everything. I love her. So that is it, guys. I'm just going to shoot off, sort something with my hair, and we'll come back and show you the finished look. This is the completed look using the new Nomad, testing some of the products, showing you some products I haven't used on here before, showing you some faves. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, answering your questions. Honestly, I just love it. I really do enjoy making these types of videos, so make sure that you're following me on my other socials just to be made sure aware that I'll do another one. I'll probably do one like maybe every couple of months. So yeah, just be made sure that you're subscribed, and I will see you all very soon in the next one. Bye.